5, 4, 3, 2, 10, 20, 30, 2D, Tutti Frutti, Judy Tutti, Judy Fruity, Tutti Frutti, Judy Lily, Judy Louie, Booga Dooga Dooga Burger, 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 Burger. Two things. Okay, first things first. I'm the realist. Second things second. I'm the queerest. I has audio, but I must set up new chats because every time I stream, I'm gonna need to do that now. It appears so. Custom browser docs. Apply. Tutti Frutti is Judy Booty. Okay, and then art fart again. Pop the stream mute or the chat out. Control C. Do the V. Apply. Okay, and then switch to the live, and then close that, and then do that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type in Sung because I want to get the same playlist I had last time. Because whoa, Youngblood lipstick booty. Hello, sorry. Whoa. Okay. Tutti Frutti. Open link. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Interesting. Because I'm not used to ads on my, whatchamacallit? Open, or copy link. Can I copy my link? Copy. Okay, here we go. 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 What? Nothing wrong with me. Two. Nothing wrong with me. Nothing wrong with me. Turn that down. And then put this back on. And then close that door. I'ma poop that log. Oh, howdy, Elizabeth. How's it? Said I. Sorry, I was away from my computer. Howdy doody. Alright. Is the music too low, too loud, too? Okay, let's switch. I can minimize this screen. Hello, darkness, my old friend. It's time to see it once again. Okay, so I gotta open up some references. Move that to full screen. Let's say open as layers. References. Oh, forget files. Okay. References. Is that? That does say duck. I was like, does that say cluck? Okay. I am gonna open up these three as layers. Ah, yes. Now I remember. Howdy, howdy. I thought your name was familiar. Alright. Okay, so this one I think is AI trash, but Google showed it to me, so I decided to do the thing with the doodling thingy. Oh, that's a sticker? Oh no, this one's a sticker. Scale. Move. Scale again. Okay. This one is not AI trash. It's this one that I think is the AI trash. This one, this one looks like a real damn duck to me. I don't know. Okay. Do 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 do. you not hear me? Hi. Like, is there... Okay, so, chat. Is it because... Nah, I could hear myself, right? I was able to hear myself earlier. Huh. Hmm. Get rid of this AI trash. Well, I'm on the screen. I'm not doing AI trash, I promise. I do has. I'm just gonna steal the idea of somebody's stolen idea. Okay. AKA, I like the, whatchamacallit? The mohawk. I think I'm gonna use that mohawk idea here. I'm gonna duplicate this layer, hide this body, because I want to keep it for future usages. Then, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide these references because I don't want to see them. I'm gonna Control 0 this, and then add this and this, and then I'm gonna turn this to erase, and then I'm gonna erase, and then I'm gonna, oh, okay, that's right. And then I'm gonna erase this, and you know what? I'm gonna erase this as well. You know what? Actually, no. I'm gonna keep this horn here for like reference point. You know, that's what this is. Extra one is down here for. Erase, erase, erase. And then I'm gonna... Actually, low-key, that looks kind of cool. It looks like neon. It gives off neon vibes. If I just fill it in with white, how would that look? Dude, it's in neon. Oh my god. It's neon duck. I could probably even like freaking... Oh my god. Like, what? This doesn't give off neon, does it? It gives off like a hint of neon. Anyways. Actually, I kind of low-key... I'm gonna go ahead and save this as an idea for later. Neon. By accident. 1 second. And then I'm gonna go back to save as, and then go back to the original plan one. Save as, yes, replace. Okay, so go back to remove. Erase. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. You go here. And you know what? I don't even want to see your freaking... Okay. Right click. Layer. Transform. Flip vertically. Nope, I lied. Right click it. Layer. Transform. Flip horizontally. Okay. And then I'm gonna perspective shift it until I like the shift of perspective. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and perspective. Okay. 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 No. 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 Reset. Rotate first. Then we'll perspective shift it. Okay. I don't like that. Okay, cancel. What can I do? Let's see. Handle transform. Whoa. What's going on? I lied. Reset. Okay. Let's see. Is that the right damn chat? Let me check. Okay. I don't know what handle transform does, so I'm not gonna. Oh. I'm gonna reset that, and we're gonna act as if that one was not one I did. 3D transform. Ah, there we go. 3D transform did it. I don't like it either way. Okay. I want to be your. Aha! No. Let's move the camera now. Today. Or not today. Not you. Not me. Not Hermione. Nobody. We're gonna ignore all that. Okay. Unfortunately, I need to do something. I just don't know what it is that I need to do. What I need to do is get rid of this. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and get rid of that for now. Okay. Alright. Go to this. Okay. Alright. So, there are 3 colors already here. What I want to do is separate these into 3s. Or into 6 total, but like each one into 2s. It took for damn ever to be the fucking. Okay. 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 Go to the Pride Capwing.co. Get the Pride colors again. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna do screen pick. Or not. E5, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? Yeah, screw it. Okay, we'll do erase. You know what? No, I lied. Okay, we're going to go back to normal. Okay. Ooh. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Hmm. I'll worry about that once I got the colors of the pride flag up and out. Next is FFHD00. Okay, alright. All right, sorry, I go quiet. I go quiet. That's why music. Okay. Next is F F E E O O. Okay. Okay. Next color is 028121. Oh wait, I lied. That's what needs to be. 3. I knew that. Fake. How much deck did I mess up? Oh no. Here. Mm. Next is OO. Nope. Wait a second. Next is 004 CFF. Okay. And last but not least, 770088. Okay. Okay. We'll come back to the coloring of that in a minute. And by a minute, I mean like right now. Okay. Hmm. I have a very simple idea. And hopefully it works out. Because that would suck if it doesn't, because that would make my job a lot harder. And by my job, I mean this isn't my job. This is just me doing my things. Okay, let's see. Hmm. Excuse me. What's up? Okay. A multicorn? Is that what it would be? Okay. As for the beak. Whoa, what? What happened? No thanks. Okay. Alpha. Click. You know what? Click, click. Then add, add. No, I don't want you to be a white duck. I want you to be a blue duck. So okay, if I'm gonna have you be a slightly blue, I'm gonna want to go with this blue. And then I'm gonna go with this blue for the opposite. Control Shift O. Analyze. You know, actually, now that the threshold is over, mm, Okay. Mm, I don't like it. Hmm. I think I'm gonna go with classic duck yellow. Yellow. Meaning yellow, but a little bit more orangey. I think that would be good. Okay. Actually, I think that would be good for these colors. Then do the more muted, more light one. Or should I reverse that? I think I'm going to reverse that. Hmm. Hmm. Do I want the mouth slightly ajar? The orange one needs to be a little bit more flattened. I think that's the right orange, right? No, that's not the right orange. That's the duck orange. Okay. Am I duplicating? I meant to delete. I was wondering why there was like a freaking instructions on what to do to delete. I was like, I thought that there wasn't one. Mm. Okay. Hmm. 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 Okay. Hmm. 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 Do I want to swap these colors? Okay, I have an idea. But it will require me to merge these. You know what? Separate them first. So that if I do want to go back to it, that the unmerged layers exist still. Okay. merge down. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this layer. And then I'm just gonna erase all of the tail. Okay, bring that back down to 4. That's a 7. That's a 5. That's not 4. You know what? Fuck you. 4. Okay, let's see. Okay. Because it made no sense for this one to have a tail, you know? So I think what I'm going to do is just go... excuse me. Bandana. I'm okay with it. A little bit. But I also just had the thought to do it like this. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. A gay little ascot. I fucking love it. It's not what it was meant to be. But honestly, no, 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 no. Too not punky. I kind of low key want to put this little triangle in the duplicate layer and then do it. Howdy, howdy. Welcome back. I am ducking around and finding out which I don't want it to be exactly like the Panduck because the Panduck is already a unicorn, right? So like I don't need another unicorn duck. And So I made it a mohawk, a spike mohawk, and then I was like, I don't need to make the tail a rainbow. So I decided to add another flare to it and give it a little bit of it. Instead of a rainbow, I decided to give it, or like a tail, I gave it an bandana. And then I was like, I don't want the bandana to be so big. I want it to be like rolled up. And then I'm currently working on maybe moving the bandana triangle to here. So that's what I'm doing now. Oh, wrong one. Are you both the same thing right here and here? Yeah, you're both the same thing. So I'm going to duplicate you. Then I'm going to erase your fracking head off. Oop. Your whole entire damn body. And if I wanted to, I was thinking about maybe making this triangle the progress flag triangle, but then at the same time I'm trying to keep to the classic rainbow pattern to cover all because to me the pride flag is pride. I understand the people wanting their own parts represented because of the previous past people being like, you know, this ain't supposed to be a part of it. Like, I understand that, so that's why I'm not gonna be like hitting on it too much. But I am personally I personally think that the rainbow, the class, can I reset that? No, that's scale, that's why, not rotate. That the, I gotta sneeze. The classic flag covers everything under the rainbow, everything underneath the rainbow. So that's why the rainbow flag to me is by itself the flag for pride. I personally do not identify with the other ones, so I would not need to understand the feeling of feeling like I am being left out. So then I'm going to move you over a little bit more. I mean, I do know what it feels like to be left out, but like by the representation inside of the flags. It's a little less punky and more spunky. So that's why I am okay with the progressive flag. And then the even more progressive flag, but it's in order to cover everybody underneath the umbrella. When I'm doing my merch, I want to start broad rather than trying to like narrow it down to the, I mean, technically the pride flags, progressive pride flags would be broader, but then I'd have to redo all my merch because I don't know how to do the progressive flag and the non-progressive flag, or like the newer modern progressive flag in the splatter effect. And if I'm trying to stick to uniformity of my choices, I don't want there to be a progressive duck merch and not a progressive flag for the splatter, because I haven't figured out how I would do that. I'm still trying to figure out how to do the flag that's yellow and that flag intersects. I think I'm trying to figure out how to do that one in the splatter effect. So like, ooh, should I do chains? I have so many options. Okay, so this one is okay. So I'm gonna merge this one down. Okay, so we have former unicorn turned punk. Honestly, I can totally see a fucking unicorn. Like, I could make this one a horn. And so what it did was it ended up, like, cutting its hair and spiking it. And having its horn dyed. Or I can make this, like, the horn white. And then add a third or another one right here. Or like the horn this color and then red and then it'll be a unicorn again. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I'm excited because I just had an idea. So we'd have unicorn, punk with bandana, and then we have punk with bandana front. And then we have punk with bandana unfurled, and I'm probably just gonna do like the tie a little bit somehow. So I think what I'm gonna do now actually is duplicate this one. Boop. And then what I'm gonna do? What am I gonna do? Okay, I'm going to add a fourth. I keep on saying a fourth. Another horn back here. Or spike, I should say. Back here. And now we're gonna bucket fill it. Oop. Thank God that it didn't bucket fill. Oh, and I'm erasing, so yeah. Anyways, bucket fill. Bucket fill. Bucket fill. Oh. Bucket fill. Bucket fill. That's the right yellow, right? It was not, but that's fine. Then bucket fill. Then, oop. Bucket, oop. Bucket fill. And then this one is going to be horn color with the spiral upward of the unicorn horn. Yes. Okay. I want to make this into bone color, so we're gonna make it a bucket fill, bucket fill, bucket fill, bucket fill, bucket fill. Okay. Yes. Fortunately, it still leaves the purple low on its color usage, which I don't hate. I mean, I don't like for like color equality. do what you gotta do sometimes. And sometimes that doing is bugs your OCD for evenness of certain things. Honestly, okay, Doc. Okay. But I don't see it being like, hey, I want to change my, like, hair from being rainbow, or from being, like, flowy long mane to spikes without changing its tail. So, I think what I'm going to do is duplicate you again. We're going to turn you off, and then we're going to go ahead and make a decision of cropping the tail like that. And then we're going to make the colors go down. Honestly, if I'm going to be doing the horn again, I think I might want to stick with the white rather than rubber duck yellow. Which, to be fair, I really fucking love this rubber duck yellow. It turned out really good for randomly choosing to, like, pick colors. Also, with the way that the lighting is on the horn, it looks like it's bright yellow, or bright yellow because the white is illuminating. Okay, so we have regular duck. Oh, wait, so we have cropped tail, not cropped tail, curled similar to the pan duck. Then we have no horn with tail. Then we have no tail with that, and that, and then we have the dat. And so, actually, I'm gonna move you down. So, in reality, I can do. Wait, what? Why? Oh, because this tail is, there still, right? Then this tail is still there. Okay, yeah, so it would be probably best to show it in this order. So we have unicorn with mane, and I'll even make it look a little bit more hairy than it is just straight spikes, so that you can tell it's part of the mane. That's been, like, updoed, and then just regular old duck with a tail for some reason. Then the tail cropped to match a punky vibe. And then we have straight punk duck with, well, not straight, just punk duck, Then we have Puck Duck with front. I kind of go away. I'm torn between left and right, or center and left. Anyways, and then we have unraveled completely bandana. I don't know. I like all of them. I really like this one, and like the idea of these two. So it would get rid of the swirl at the end, but still give it a tail. For it being a unicorn. And it'll stick to the general, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with white. I think I'm gonna go with the white. If I'm gonna stick with the unicorn, I'm gonna do the pink, and white. If I'm gonna go with the unicorn vibe with the tail. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna duplicate this layer and then go back to the white and like of this original ducky dee duck duck ducky dee duck duck bucket fill white, and then this white bucket fill white. Oh no, white, 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 white. Oh, oh. Okay, well. And if I'm going to be sticking to uniformity, honestly, I might as well just erase the damn freaking head on this one. Do I already have a full pan duck? Yeah, I have a full pan duck, so I can go ahead and do this. I lied. This. To keep it uniformed in mind, body, and soul. Oh, because that is, yeah. That got rid of the hair there. So I'm actually like okay with this one. Merge down. So it would be original duck. And then the ones underneath it would be the ones that are different. So it would be unicorn duck, but duck color versus this one. Also, why are you two? Because of the different size. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and then cut you down then. Oh, wait, I lied. Okay. What are you doing? Let's go ahead and add green background. Okay, okay, get rid of green background. So we have duck, 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 duck. Okay. I'm gonna have to export each one of these, aren't I? Okay. What I'm gonna do is go into the PNG folder because I've reorganized all of it, and then go to and type in Roy Duck, and that's where I'm gonna export all of these to export as. Okay, so first one that I'm gonna export is regular duck, new hairstyle, and hair coloring. Export as go to stream. Okay. Roy Uni. Then I guess in this case it would just be a horse with like a fancy mane. I don't even know what this one would be. Export as. Why are you over there and not on? Okay, okay, there we go. Export as cancel. Oh wait, is the original? Oh, the original freaking export didn't even finish. Okay, I knew that one. Well, let's see if that one actually exported the right way. Okay, well, it didn't. So, we're going to then go ahead and export this one as that. Get that one updated. Then we're going to export this one as a new thing. So export as, you know what, actually I'm going to do uni yellow next. Uni yellow next. This way that I have it like, okay. Export as, then, oh, export. Okay, so then, what other, do we have another unicorn here? Other than, okay, so unicorn, yellow, unicorn, yellow crop tail. Export as uni yellow crop. Okay. Then we have uni. So I'm going to do Banda. Okay, so export as uni. Nope. Roy Bana. Full. Okay. Then Roy Bana export as Roy Bana roll C centered. And then we'll do Roy Bana export as Roy Bana roll S for side, because I can't figure out if that's the left or right side of the duck. It's the left, but still my brain just doesn't want to register that for some reason. Okay, so we have yellow crop. I don't have... Okay, so yellow tail. So this one I don't have exported as... So we're gonna do Roy Yell Tail and export that. Oh no. Okay, now I'm gonna do it because it had that extra spike, which means I should double click these ones, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. Export to that one. Okay. So make sure I have all of my... Not gonna finish that statement with about my ducks in a row, even though I just did. Okay. Yes. Yes. What am I drawing? I am drawing my pride ducks. So I have my panduck. Panduck. Okay. So I have my panduck. And now I have... So this is my... Is this the original panduck? No. So the panduck is this one, which is my Twitch emote for duck off. And then I am currently debating, since this is the original duck that I drew, right? Because I actually have a duck similar to this one in real life, in like rubber duck, like that in real life. Just different horn color and styling of hair, but similar. And that's what I modeled it off of. I'm debating whether I want to just, one, change the hairstyle and change the tail to be the rainbow, because that's the pan one. Now I have the classic rainbow. Or I get rid of the unicorn, but then I was like, why the hell would it have a tail if I got rid of the unicorn? And then I was like, wait a minute, I can make it a unicorn that did its hair different. And then I was like, I wanted to do yellow because I was going to get rid of the unicorn aspect, and I didn't want it to be white anymore. And since I decided to keep the unicorn aspect, I was like, I can keep it white still because I enjoy the aesthetics of the white duck for some reason. Now the hairstyle is not different, is like not complete, but yeah, anyways. And then I was like, if this duck decided to chop off their hair, this uniduck chopped off their hair and spiked it in a mohawk, they wouldn't have their tail all curly whirly like this. So I was like, let's go ahead and crop the tail. And then I'm gonna make it so that the rainbow continues on, but I just wanted to see if I'm okay with it being that way, which I'm okay with if I'm gonna be doing it with the yellow. We'll see. This is a process. And then I was like, well, since I originally didn't have the duck, I was like, I don't want the tail, so I can get rid of the tail. And the, can I figure out where, I need to name these damn things. Okay. I could get rid of the tail and give it a bandana. And I was like, I don't like the way that bandana looks. I think they would have had it a little bit more tied up and rolled up as a neck warmer or neckerchief slash bandana. And then I was like, I don't like it in the center, so I have it slightly to the right. And by right, I mean left. My other right. And then I was like, well, I could make it a unicorn still and keep the tail. And then, like, yeah. And then that's when I ended up, like, probably going to go with this one. But maybe this one with, let me go ahead and actually add that as an option real quick. Duplicate layer, turn that off, erase tool, bigger. Add the hair. I don't know, something, I know SSG3. I know this. Wait. Something 3. Wait. I know this one. This is a more recent game. Wait, no, that was like 5 or 7 that one's on. I'm gonna do a Google before so I don't have to ask you and look like a fool and just act like I know what I was talking about. Oh. Gotcha. Okay, Super Saiyan. Okay. You know, maybe for one of the other ducks, because I have a bunch of Pride ducks to make. Because part of the merch that I'm creating is a Pride All Year merch, and that is a. So far, I have. Let's open up a couple of these Prides All Year ones since I am here. And you're here, and I'm queer. I don't know about you, but I am. Anyways, we're gonna open up these and hope that that doesn't crash my computer or give y'all a seizure. Okay. So I have the pansexual duck that I just made. Well, actually, I've had that one for a long time now. I feel like it's been like a month or two. So the pans duck, I just started working on the classic rainbow. Then I have to do the other flags that I have to do. I still have to do the ace flag. I still have to do so many damn different flags. I need you guys to know that the amount of flags there are. You know what? Let's just show you an example of the amount of flags that there are when I go to my reference sheet. I think it's in my references. Yeah, oh yeah, here we go. I just looked at you. Okay. Here's an example of what I need to freaking work on. Okay? Now, not all of these are going to be used because they don't work in the splatter pattern, in my opinion, and I don't want to accidentally alienate someone by including one of the others, but not the other, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be going with the, let's see. I feel bad for doing what I'm about to do, but obviously the outdated one is not going to be used. I'm not going to be doing the Butch flag, and I even felt weird for just saying that out loud because that felt like a freaking insult. I'm not going to be doing ageosexual. I feel like since it's similar in color to the demi and the asexual, that I can, in a sense, include it with the asexual flag when I do that one. Omnisexual is new to me. I'm assuming it's similar to pan, poly, and it's underneath the bi umbrella. Maybe? I don't know. Because I'm not those ones. So the only one I know for sure is, even though technically people might confuse these two, I'm pansexual and I know, like, I know a general difference in my opinion. Now, I don't know what these ones are. I learned recently what these ones are, which, like, I understand that, like, where they come from, and if you identify as that one, that's understandable, and I'm all for it. But I'm gonna include those as not gonna be doing, because I'm gonna do it underneath the general queer flag, in my sense. Like, I will, and I am going to be doing the lesbian flag. I am going to be doing the bisexual. I already did the bisexual. And the pan flag. You know what? These flags I'm going to do. I'm sure that this identifies for people, but I, one, don't know how I would do it in a splatter effect. So I won't be including this one. This one, I understand, again, why they included the other aspects into these two flags, right? However, in my original thinking, and because I don't identify as those ones, so I don't actually have, like, a connection to them, so, like, I personally think that it's okay to include that in the original. Actually, it's not even the original. The original is right here. But we're not going to include that one. Because to me, like, when I see the rainbow flag, I think of everything under the rainbow. So that's, like, why I'm okay with, like, for my merchandise, like, not including the other flags into this one, especially since I'm aiming to separate out each flag. I am going to do the gay male flag, even though I'm not doing the butch one, but I'm going to be doing the lesbian and gay male one, so that, like, I don't know. Not doing the twink or the bear. Or I think I wanted to look into this one. I'm going to look into these ones a little bit more. Whoa. I'm not going to be doing that. My OCD is bugging me. I don't know what this one is, so I am going to look into that one. I'm afraid to erase this, but I might do this one. I don't know. I don't know what that one is. I'm going to have to look into what it is. I should not put, I'm going to do a question mark. Anyways, same situation. If I'm going to do a romantic, like, I'm going to use this one and these ones, like, since they generally have the same color patterns. So, like, I can lump them into it and say, like, hey, these are the arrow, agro, and demi, and gray. Even though the gray doesn't have black, but now it does. And similar with this one. So I am going to be doing the asexual. I am going to be doing the aromantic. These ones, I don't know what they are, but I'm not going to cross them off. until I look into them. This one is pretty much probably not wanting to say that one as what it actually is, but like, you know, people with vaginas, I think, and this one is like people with penises, and this one is with I don't know. I don't know. It's been so freaking long since I looked into what each one of these flags. I'm not gonna do a straight ally flag. I don't know what a queer chevron is, but if you're queer and you're a chevron, congratulations for being a gay gas station. That sounded rude. Somebody please don't cancel me. I've already did the non-binary and the transgender flags. I'm trying to figure out how to do the modern intersex flag. I might do the agender. Okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and freaking do the ones that I'm gonna do in green. Ones that I don't know about in... First, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of the ones that I'm not gonna do in black. Like country error. I don't know what the difference between regular trans flag or if this Israeli one is just like for people that are Israeli that want to identify as trans. I don't know. I'm not going to be doing the original one. I'm not going to be doing the victory over AIDS, despite, like, you know, we're very happy. And I think that's also what the black is in the POC one. We're not going to do that one. We're not going to do that one. I think I already said I'm not going to be doing these ones. Even though, like, again, people identify as they want to identify. That's perfectly fine and valid. I don't know how I would do the two-spare one, but I would eventually maybe want to try it. Obviously not this outdated one. Okay, so the ones I am gonna do are gonna be in green, or the ones I have gonna done. I don't know what omnisexual is, so I probably should put these ones in a orange box, because I don't know how they, like, separate out from the pansexual, bisexual flags. Like, I again know that they're different and everybody has their own identification. But I am gonna add this one is not gonna be this one. I feel like I'm saying like these ones aren't valid. You're perfectly valid. You're valid, I swear. I swear. Ones that I have already done and are going to do are these ones. I don't know about the gender queer. Fluid and so I'll put those ones in orange. Actually, maybe the agender. I'm gonna do the agender flag, maybe. I am gonna do the intersex flag. A romantic flag. Because, like, some of these are not as, some people might be, I think some of them are, like, defined as, like, hey, I'm a lesbian who's attracted to women who are also trans women and, female presenting, people and or assigned female at birth, non-binary people, and stuff like that. And so, like, some of these are very, like, detailed like that. But I will stick with the other. Like, this lipstick lesbian one originally apparently was, like, very anti-trans. So, like, I'm glad it's classified as outdated. Polyamorous is gonna be falling, in my opinion, under the queer flag for my personal choice. And also, I don't even know how it would do that in the splatter effect. I feel like I'm doing an assassination chart as well. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I need to stop doing this. I need to stop explaining what I'm doing. And then I get the trans femme and then trans mask. I'm not going to be doing those because I'm going to umbrella term them under the transgender flag, despite like them not even probably be being related to sexual gender necessarily as like presentation. I don't know. We're not going to count those ones. They're very valid. Like, I just can't do all of them. I just can't. But if you ask for it, I will try my best to assist. That's what the general ideal is like, if you ask for it, I will do my best to make it happen. I promise. I will try. I'm the one doing all of these, so please be patient with me as I figure out what the hell I'm even attempting to do. Oh, look at that. The crouch tail is existing already. You know what? Let me just go ahead and... Yeah, let's just go ahead and steal this tail. Duplicate, and then move up, and then, we're gonna go ahead and, remove all of you. Oh, no, Shift E. Why are you... Oh, because you're showing here, okay. Okay. Okay, bam, merged down. Okay, I'll have to add this one as cropped. Export as uni crop. Oop, crop. Crop. Okay, there we go. Export. Okay, export again. Alrighty. I think I have a good amount of options now. And by a good amount of options, I have 8 different choices to choose from of duck. And I don't know which one to use. But I also really like the idea of adding what you said, which is the Super Saiyan. Why is there a J in SSJ3? Seihan? Is it like the H sound? Super Saiyan Juicy 3? No, I don't know. Let's see. Oh god, I'm gonna actually do it, aren't I? You're okay. Copy. No. There's so many different freaking styles to choose from. I don't know which one's the SSJ one. My husband would know. There we go. I'll grab this one. And you know what? I'm gonna be weird and say that this is gonna be for the bisexuals hairstyles. So, okay. Now I'm gonna save this one so that that's saved, and then I'm gonna save this as Bidux. Okay. Open as layer. References. Ducks. Image. Control Shift O. Add that. Add this. Add this. Okay, hide that. Then come in here with the erase tool. Oh, let's go ahead and add alpha channel. Okay. I don't even know if that person's still here. But if you're still here, this one's for you. Okay, Control Shift A. You know what, I'm even gonna keep the dang so yeah, so we're gonna Control Shift A that. Control flip this layer horizontally. Layer transform horizontally. And you know what? We're gonna go ahead and delete all these extras. You know what? I shouldn't delete them, just in case. But I am going to act as if they don't exist by covering them up at the bottom. Okay. I actually have an idea now that I think about it. Duplicate. So, first color of the bi is D satin. We're going to bucket fill the hair. I lied. We're not going to bucket fill the hair. But we are going to go ahead and try to mimic the hair as much as I can. And you know what? Since I have this color now, I'm going to go ahead and do it in black. Hmm. Okay. So I'm going to cut this into threes. Duplicate this one and then add it to the non-existent layer. Okay, so first things first, we're going to cut these into threes so that I can work with the groups. So, first layer. I don't know what I'm doing. I love when I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Then the third layer. No. Okay. Okay. Then the last layer. because the bisexual flag has different color ratios. I'm actually going to keep a similar aspect ratio. Okay, let's see. Back to 4. Oh, that's 41. 4. And then we're gonna go to black again. Excuse me. I don't even know where to begin with what I'm doing. Explaining what I'm doing. Or even explain, like, why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, I lied. I don't like what I just did. So... Okay, then we'll do the bisexual purple for the bucket fill of, or you know what, even a freaking control shift 0. All of those. And then we'll do A, Control Shift O, remove access, Control Shift A, O, add that color, and then we'll do that. Okay, now for the final paste a resistance, my stupidity, aka, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, Control Shift A. And then paste a resistance. Oh, that blue. And then we're gonna pop there so it's in my. Okay, we're gonna go back to 4. Sure. Okay, I hate this so much. Okay, Control Shift O, and then we'll add the blue in a similar fashion. since I'm not adding the Halo. Okay. Oh wait, I've been covering up the freaking Twitch chat. Okay. There. Bisexual flags. Rubber duck. I feel like it's fitting. Although maybe the blue and the pink should have been swapped, but can easily fix right now. Reminds me of a butterfly wing. Okay. Bam. Okay. Let's see. Bisexual duck. I'm gonna have to move this one down on our tie. So let's go ahead and select both these layers. Move. Okay, and then we're gonna have to go ahead and clean this up. I think I succeeded. I know that just an Enclave soldier might not still be here. However, the buy flag is for you, my dude. Or dudette. Or dud. Do. Or my do. Okay. Which means I got a good amount of, whatchamacallits. Yeah, let's do it. What do we got? What's we has? Okay. Sorry, I'm messaging my friend now. Oh my god, why did y'all let me do this? I done did weird thing right now, didn't I? With what? Yeah, that would be their response. Okay. I hate it so much that I love it. Y'all want a sneak peek of something? Bam. Okay, bye. Alright, you guys. I'm gonna call it quits here. I think this is effing hilarious that I managed to have now 3 ducks in a row. So let's go ahead and open them up. We have the Biduck, the Panduck, oh my god, the Panduck is so fucking tame compared to like the fucking rest. Then the open Roy G. Bub Doug. So we have our 3 ducks. We have the classic rainbow duck so far, and the Biduck so far, and our classic run-of-the-mill Panduck. I should color its stomach black. Okay, now it's a Panduck. Wait, no, Panducks are reversed. I mean, pandas are reversed. Anyways, so with that, alright, you guys, you know what to do. If you like this video, go to thumbs up. If you want to see more, go hit the subscribe button. You hit the subscribe button, become a subscriber. Become a subscriber, then we love you forever and never unless you unsubscribe. If you unsubscribe, I'll still like you place out in the 1.8 thoughts called Nots Watch. Also, if you want, you can follow me TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, most other social medias at KizTheGamer with no spaces and with the spaces on the YouTubes. I appreciate every single one of you being here. Stay safe, make smart choices, don't do anything too stupid. But if you do, just don't tell me about it in public. Okay, bye.